Fishy, fishy, fishy!
What's up, fishy friends? Rich here, Rich's Fishes. Thought I would give a quick little update. Over here working on the Discus tank, doing some moving, doing some shaking, and I've been treating this tank as I've discussed in the past, and I'm still not quite so happy with the results. Those two over there in the corner are still doing perfectly fine, and I decided it is time to move this fish into its own tank so I can continue treating just this one that is displaying these odd symptoms. There is the fish's right gill, which is still not really pumping and not really moving. And you can just barely see the left gill is still pumping away, and it looks like it has some extra, almost like some extra skin on the gill plate. There are known issues with Discus where sometimes the gill covering, the gill plate doesn't fully form and things like that. That's not what's going on with this particular fish, because this is a new symptom. There was a period of time when this fish had both gills working properly and there was no visible problem. So, some people had suggested that I get this fish into its own hospital tank, and as I said before, I was treating the entire tank because I figured whatever affected that fish likely affected those fish also. But those two have been doing fine for quite a while, and I wonder if part of the problem is the fact that I'm keeping only 3 Discus in this tank, and the one that's showing the problems is the smallest of the 3, so he's the runt of the litter, so to say, so he might just be getting the brunt of all the aggression, and that could be part of the problem. Besides that gill, it is darkening up a bit, and its fins are pretty clamped. Its fins are very clamped right now because I barely have enough water to cover the fish in the specimen container here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and move this fish from over here to over here where I used to have the breeding pair of red Turks. I lost that male recently and I moved the female down there into that tank. So I'll move this fish over to here, and that way I can treat for a 20-gallon tank instead of a 40-gallon tank. I could even drop the water level in this tank to about halfway, so that way I'm only treating for a 10-gallon tank. I haven't decided if I'm going to do that or not. I just did a big water change to make sure that this tank was fresh and pristine and in perfect condition to take this fish and hopefully allow it to heal. So I'm going to go ahead and move this fish over here, let it acclimate temperature-wise. Should be the same water conditions because all I use is tap water, and there's nothing buffering either of these tanks. So I'll go ahead and move that over, and I'll see if I can't keep filming that process. I'll probably just float the specimen container in this tank and then release the fish. Not much else to say about that. I'll shoot a little more footage, and I will keep everybody updated on how everything looks. You know, the more I think about this, I am going to drop the level of this tank and not treat a full 20-gallon tank. There's no need for it. So that's that. Alright guys, later. Alright guys, so we're back a little bit later. Fish has been acclimating in here long enough that I feel safe saying that the temperatures are the same in the specimen container as in the tank. I started draining some of the water out of the tank, and I'm going to stop right there because I've decided that while I am going to medicate this tank, I'm not going to do so on the first day that I transfer this fish into this tank. I'm going to give him 24 hours to acclimate and sort of get used to his new surroundings, and I'll probably start a treatment of, you know, I'm not even exactly sure what I'm going to start tomorrow. But I'll start something tomorrow. Since this is going from one of my tanks to one of my other tanks, well, no, I take that back. I am still going to net this guy. I'm not going to pour this water right into the tank. Actually, you know what? Yes, I am. So here we go. Alright, he's in. Hopefully all is well. And I'll be curious to see how he reacts now that he is no longer in the other tank with the 2 larger fish. Let's see if he starts showing any improvements. Either way, I think I'm going to keep medicating, and we'll see what's what. Alright guys, comment, rate, subscribe, let me know what you think, give me any ideas, any suggestions. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video.